Hey everybody, it's Professor Hatch. This is the outline video for the Aristotelian tragedy essay. I am going to share my screen, and I think, yeah, I need to share the entire screen for this video. Certainly we don't need to be looking at those. This is the outline assignment. So, as it says here, please watch the video that you're currently watching first before starting the assignment. Here is a link to the prompt, which I'm assuming you've already looked at if you're watching this video. I don't think we really need to look at that. Here is a link to the student outline template, which if I click on it, this will pull up, and you can just download it using the download link up at the top. I'm going to get rid of that. I already have downloaded it. This is what it looks like in Word. You can also import it into a Google Doc or whatever you like to write in. And let's actually look at the assignment. What do we need? Thesis statement and nothing else from the intro, nothing from the conclusion, and then just the following things from the body paragraphs: topic, sentence, context, or setting up the quote, evidence / quote, and a transition. We don't need the analysis because that's the hardest part to write. And then we don't really need two pieces of evidence, but why don't we just pretend for a minute that we actually want to do that. So how would I go about, if I were the one writing this assignment, how would I go about organizing this? And I think I said this in the last video. I would start, my first body paragraph would be definitions of what a tragedy is and what a tragic hero is. So actually we'll leave this as two pieces of evidence. I'm just going to put in here definitions, and then if we're talking about my opinion of the play, it is a tragedy and Annie is a tragic hero. So body 2 MLS is a tragedy, milk like sugar. And then body paragraph 3, get rid of all that. Annie is a tragic hero. So now let's get rid of the things we don't need from these paragraphs. We only need a thesis statement from the intro, or for the intro. We don't need any analysis for the body paragraphs, not for the outline. You'll need those for the final draft of your essay, of course. So you need topic, sentence, context, evidence, and then if you're going to have two pieces of evidence in this paragraph, then you need context, evidence, and then a transition. So let's get rid of the analysis from the second body paragraph and from the third body paragraph. And again, we don't need anything for the conclusion, for the outline, so let's get rid of that entirely. There. That's everything you need to do for this assignment. That's everything you need to fill in for this outline. Of course, you don't even need technically to have two pieces of evidence in the first body paragraph. I think I'm going to leave it there as is. So let's start with definitions, and let's start with the topic sentence. Off the top of my head, before establishing whether or not, actually, I hate establishing as a word. Now I have to sneeze. Before examining the play, pardon me, it is important to first define the terms, well, tragedy and tragic hero. All right, there's my topic sentence. Let's move on to the next topic sentence. The play, italicized milk like sugar, italicized, comma. Yeah. The play Milk Like Sugar is a tragedy, even though Annie, let's give that a proper capital A, even though Annie is not a rich and powerful man of great importance. There. There's my topic sentence for that play, or for that paragraph. Moving on. Topic sentence for the third body paragraph. Annie is a tragic hero because, as stated in Aristotle's apostrophe S rules, actually, let's just say the audience feels pity and or fear when reading, approaching the play's conclusion. Okay, so there. None of these are great sentences, but they'll do. I'm not going to find quotes from these, but the quotes for the first body paragraph will be, I'm just going to put this in all caps so you know that it's just me. Some quote defining tragedy. And let's actually say some quote from the handout defining tragedy. And the reason I'm not going to do this on video is A, it's boring as hell when you watch me type and think, and B, I'm not doing all of this. This is for you to do. And then my second one will be some quote from the handout defining what a tragic hero is. There. And then let's actually put citations there, right? Got to cite your evidence. And the citation is, let's see, going to be my last name, and I'll show you why in a second. And you definitely want the period to go after the citation, not before, and it shouldn't be like at the end of the sentence and at the end of the citation, because sentences only have one period. And definitely that period goes after the citation. So if we look over here, not at that, this is Baldur's Gate 3, and apparently I just have that browser open. But what we're looking at over here is we're going to go back to the prompt, and the Aristotelian rules of tragedy. And if you look down at the bottom of this prompt, citation. All of the above was swiped from several sources and condensed into this mercifully much shorter version of Aristotle's rules by me. If you want to list this in a works cited page, you will, it says here, which you will absolutely be required to do. You don't have to do that. You do not need a works cited page for this essay. I need to update this, but I probably won't because it's late. This is the works cited listing, and then if you're going to cite me, or if you're going to quote from this and then cite it, just my last name in parentheses, just as I have done back over here, wherever that was, right there. So let's go to a transition. Having defined these terms, let's see, comma, I'm just going to screw it. First, second person, doesn't matter. We can now move on to analyzing whether or not this play is a tragedy. That is not a great transition, but again, it's doing the job. I'm sure I've talked in previous videos about the importance of just writing a shitty first draft, and I'm not actually requiring you guys to do rough drafts if you're taking this in the winter or summer. If you were taking this class in the fall or spring, then you would have to write a rough draft. But the rough draft is supposed to suck, and this isn't even a rough draft. This is just an outline. This is just to get you thinking about the essay and to start your organization and to keep your organization for the essay on track. Having defined these terms, we can now move on to analyzing whether or not this play is a tragedy. Let's see. For the second body paragraph, given, capital G, given that this play is a tragedy, it then follows that Annie is a tragic hero. There we go. There's our transition. You've already looked at the basic essay page, so I'm not going to give you examples of context. If you need examples, please look at the basic essay page. This isn't the first essay from the term, so you should already be used to this. I will say, if you are having questions about any of this stuff, please text me on Remind. I'm going to kill my screen share, and I'm going to save this file and make it available for you to look at on the assignment page. There we go. If you're having questions about this essay as you're working on it, especially if this is the winter term and you've got to jam this thing out as fast as possible, or summer term, text me on Remind. You can text me 24/7 on Remind. I say this in almost every video, and I mean it. You can text me if you're working on this at 3 a.m. Text me at 3 a.m. My phone does not squawk at me at 3 a.m. But if I'm awake due to insomnia or some other reason, then I will respond at 3 a.m. or 3:30 or whatever. And if I'm asleep, which God, I really hope I am, then I'll get back to you as soon as I wake up in the morning. But yeah, please text me your questions as you have the questions. If you wait till the morning to text me, the question might be gone. You might forget what you wanted to ask. So yeah, text me now. All right. I feel like this is a pretty straightforward essay. Everything hinges on whether or not you've read at least enough of the play to have an opinion about whether or not it's a tragedy and whether or not Annie's a tragic hero, and on the definitions which are provided in the prompt for tragedy and tragic hero. If you've got a solid grasp of what those are, and if you've read enough of the play to have opinions about it, you should be good, and this should be pretty straightforward. I'm going to stop talking now. Bye.